Well, hello everyone. You're here to show you that the Big Bird Habits coloring right here, as you see right here, is what I went ahead and colored right here is Big Bird, and of course it's to use the white, white crayon right here is like I can maybe also think about it is like maybe something maybe use for like eye drops or something like that. But anyway, you got right here is the white. White, and then of course is you go ahead and use a little bit of black and just go ahead and shade a little bit of right here of the eye right here. But talk about with habits is that that a lot of people, maybe doctors, would probably think about is that with most of us, in our habits, to that maybe a few people may think that one of those habits, of course, is maybe doing what you call it, your motions with your hands, and maybe you don't even think about it, or maybe something that you do that you don't mean to do, stuff like that. But talking about with habits though, with most habits that with most adults and kids, have it to where that they do stuff that maybe they don't think about doing, or a lot of times that happens to me a lot of times that sometimes I do stuff that that I don't think until maybe it was too late, whatever it is, that maybe lock the door. If I can remember, most of my habits were done by the fact about locking the door by accident, or maybe maybe closing the door on your hand by accident, whatever it is. But then on your hand too, with Big Bird right here, as you see right here with Big Bird, is like part where folding your hands, it's a cross side. It is that that a lot of people, I guess, do that right there with their hands, and if they were to cross their fingers together, stuff like something like that, just to think about it. It's like if they were doing if they were talking about something, or maybe rattling their thumbs together, or stuff like that, that more likely that they could probably think about is that it's the fact about knowing about the next thing that they want to talk about. The next thing that they want to talk about, of course, would be something that it's come to their mind. It's like, okay, well, what is next? But other than that you have right here is with Big Bird right here. And then of course, as I went ahead and drew like some symbols, it's like the rolling of the eyes. And then of course with it's like if you were to open up your mouth, open and close your mouth, and maybe do a bite on your tongue, at times, or whatever you call it. And the other hand, and the other one I also thought about, of course, was smoking. That most adults, it's like they pick up the habit, I guess, for like maybe they learned it from a cousin or something, somebody that that they pick up habit of, if it's smoking, or if it's using if it's has anything to do with it with drinking or anything like that. But other than that you could probably think about, if it's picking it's like if it's irritating your dry skin, picking scabs or whatever it is, that a lot of times with most people that think about it, it's like you think a number of things that you tend to want to do, and that you tend to do, but then of course you think about like what you're doing, and you try to avoid what you're doing right there at that time. But other than that I know with most of my habits that I could probably think about is that the habits that I've done, of course, most of them were, of course, is that maybe locking the door by accident, or maybe maybe forgetting the keys, or maybe forgetting that to bring my driver's license. My driver's license, of course, remains in my wallet, but then of course forgetting to bring any spending money if I'm going to be going out shopping somewhere. But then of course, one thing with Big Bird is one thing with Big Bird that you think about is like about the habit that Big Bird, of course, may have, or quite a few of us may have, of course, is about. It's like if you're going to say hi, if you're going to say hi and smile, if you're going to say hi and smile, to somebody that you know, it's like somebody that somebody that came or whatever, or if it was the fact about that knowing about that maybe you're just having one of those good days. It is, but other than that, I'm sure that we've all have our our good days, and we've all have our bad days. It is, but on the other hand too, that it's like you have our good days and our bad days. But one thing we can also think about is Noah says is smile and at least try to have a good day. But other than that, with Big Bird, right here, it's like and put a smile on your face. Come on and smile and put a smile on your face. And what's that? And what's that you say? And what's that you say? But other than that, right here, as you have right here, not really what you call is like with the tongue sticking out. But then on the other hand too, that something to keep in mind, of course, is to know that whatever it is, things will work out. But other than that, it's like for a Big Bird, Big Bird habits color.